Yo, welcome into the channel. You're watching Philadelphia Eagles Now, and no matter where you're tuned in from or how you made it here, we appreciate you rocking with us. Now let's dive into what's buzzing around the birds, because the Eagles' defense heading into the 2025 season just hit a potential speed bump, and it could have long-term effects if it snowballs. We're talking about some serious changes, some under-the-radar developments, and most importantly, a coach whose name could be leaving Philly way sooner than anyone hoped. So buckle up, because the future of this Eagles defense might be riding on more than just the players on the field. Let's start with the big picture. This is a defense that lost over 4,000 snaps from last year's #1 ranked unit. We're talking about veterans who left in free agency, some who got traded, and legends like Brandon Graham who called it a career. Gone, just like that. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, traded. Brandon Graham, retired. And those aren't just names. They're leadership, experience, production, and championship pedigree all walking out the door. So the question that's on everyone's mind is this: can the Eagles maintain that elite defensive level without those cornerstones? And even deeper, can the guys coaching them up keep this ship sailing smoothly? One name to watch, and I mean really watch, is Christian Parker. If you don't know his name yet, you're about to. He's the current defensive backs coach and also serves as the pass game coordinator. But he's way more than just a position coach. Inside the NovaCare complex, he's seen as one of the brightest young minds on the rise. And not just in Philly, around the entire NFL. He's got that mix of youth, energy, swag, and tactical brilliance that turns heads across the league. We're talking about a coach who wears Jordans on the sideline and gets genuine respect from the locker room. Players love him. Coaches trust him. And if his unit performs again this season, even if they aren't ranked #1, but just hold it down at a high level, Christian Parker's name is going to be everywhere. DC jobs, head coaching interviews, you name it. Now, why does this matter right now in the middle of the offseason? Because this is exactly the time when front offices start keeping tabs on the rising stars. Coordinators who make a splash in the upcoming season could very well be running their own teams a year from now. Think about it. The league is always scouting, not just players, but coaches. Names like Joe Brady with the Bills, Brian Flores in Minnesota, Josh Griard now in Tampa, Vance Joseph in Denver, Cliff Kingsbury now working with the Commanders. These guys are already on shortlists. Some are proven coordinators, others are trying to bounce back from failed head coaching stints. But Parker? He's one of those names that's quietly but rapidly climbing up the radar. He's part of the Vic Fangio tree, and those roots run deep. Around the league, Fangio's disciples have popped up all over the place, and Parker is considered one of the sharpest branches from that tree. His resume tells you a lot. Started coaching defensive backs at Virginia State back in 2013, then spent time at Norfolk State, then joined Brian Kelly's staff at Notre Dame as a defensive analyst in 2017. That same role took him to Texas A&M the next year, and then he made the leap to the NFL. In 2019 and 2020, he was with the Green Bay Packers working in defensive quality control, helping develop talents like Jair Alexander, who, by the way, turned into an All-Pro under that system. After that, Parker was brought to Denver by none other than Fangio himself, where he coached defensive backs for 3 seasons and helped mold Patrick Surtain into a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Also worked with Justin Simmons, who became an All-Pro as well. And then came the move to Philadelphia, when Fangio was hired to fix a broken defensive staff after the Desai and Patricia disaster of 2023. He requested Parker be brought with him. The Broncos still had Parker under contract, but they let him go. And Eagles fans should be sending them a thank you card, because Parker came in last year and made an immediate impact. He helped develop rookies like Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, 2 first-year corners who balled out at an elite level. Darius Slay played great. C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Reed Blankenship held it down at safety. And despite all the noise, all the turnover, all the expectations, this secondary flourished. Now look at the numbers. Mitchell and DeJean were the top 2 rookie corners in man coverage last season. That's not just natural ability. That's coaching, preparation, technique, confidence. All of that comes from Parker's leadership. He's not just teaching scheme, he's teaching mindset, situational awareness, and how to win in the moment. And on top of that, he was also in charge of coordinating the passing game defense. That means he's not just locked in on one position group. He sees the big picture. And that's what separates good assistants from potential head coaches. What makes Parker even more valuable is how well he connects with modern players. We're in a different era now. Players aren't just looking for old school screamers or guys who throw a clipboard. They want coaches who understand them, who know how to communicate, who can teach without tearing them down. Parker's got that. He's authentic. He's detailed. He brings energy without losing control. And in a league where personalities matter, that connection goes a long way. He's also shown the ability to evaluate talent, develop young players quickly, and get everyone on the same page, even in a complicated Fangio-style defense. That is rare. That is valuable. And teams across the league are watching. Now, let's be clear. Parker isn't irreplaceable. No coaches, but if he were to get a defensive coordinator job, or who knows, even a head coaching gig after this season, that would be a big loss for the Eagles. Not because they can't find another DB coach, but because Parker's fingerprints are all over this secondary success. You take him out, and you risk disrupting the momentum, the chemistry, and the trust that's been built. That affects development. That affects game planning. That affects results. Think about how much he's already done in just 1 year in Philly. He helped rookies thrive. He helped veterans elevate. He helped install a complex defense and made it digestible for the entire unit. He managed the pass game on the defensive side and held one of the best quarterback coach duos in NFL history, Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, in check during the Super Bowl. That's not a fluke. That's elite coaching. And when decision makers across the league go back and study the tape, break down that Super Bowl film, and ask themselves who was behind this defensive dominance, Christian Parker's name will be right there in bold letters. Even Sean Payton, one of the most respected offensive minds in the league and someone who's been coaching since most current players were in elementary school, has been vocal about how much he respects Christian Parker's mind. That speaks volumes. Because it's not just about what Parker has done. It's about what others in the game believe he can do next. So here's the bottom line. Christian Parker is a name you need to know. If he stays, the Eagles defense has a strong shot at staying near the top. But if he leaves, that's a hole not easily filled. It's not just about losing a coach. It's about losing a system builder, a communicator, a connector, a mentor, and a mind that's helped shape what made this defense elite. And when you combine that with all the player departures already, losing Parker could be the tipping point that changes everything for this unit moving forward. And again, this isn't doom and gloom. This is the NFL. Coaches move. Opportunities open up. But for a team like the Eagles trying to build a dynasty while the Super Bowl window is wide open, keeping this coaching core intact matters just as much as keeping the roster strong. And right now, Christian Parker might be the most important piece on that sideline, not named Vic Fangio. Let's see what happens this year. Because if Parker delivers again, don't be surprised if he's leading his own team in 2026. As we look ahead to how this might all unfold, the Eagles front office needs to start preparing for what could be an inevitable departure. When you have a rising star like Christian Parker on your staff, it's only a matter of time before other organizations come calling. And once those interviews start, once those headlines start popping up with the Parker to interview for head coaching vacancy, it changes everything. It's not just speculation anymore. It becomes real. And for the Eagles, an organization that just found defensive balance after a roller coaster 2023 season, losing him could mean resetting the foundation once again. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning twist that has sent shockwaves through the NFL and left fans across the United States buzzing, the Philadelphia Eagles have reportedly made a jaw-dropping move by announcing the acquisition of none other than Micah Parsons, the standout linebacker from their arch rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. Although nothing has been officially confirmed by the teams, insiders and sources close to the matter suggest that the Eagles front office is seriously eyeing Parsons as their next game changer, setting the stage for one of the most unexpected and talked about shifts in recent football history. The mere idea of Parsons, widely regarded as one of the most dynamic defensive players in the league, crossing over from Dallas to Philadelphia has ignited a frenzy of speculation among analysts and fans alike. Known for his explosive speed, relentless pursuit of quarterbacks, and game-changing plays, Parsons has become the heart and soul of the Cowboys' defense since entering the NFL. His potential move to the Eagles would not only send shockwaves through the NFC East division, but could also dramatically alter the balance of power within the conference. Rumors began swirling after whispers emerged that Parsons expressed some dissatisfaction with his current situation in Dallas, fueling talks of a potential trade or blockbuster deal. Philadelphia, always aggressive in the transfer market and hungry for a defensive superstar, is rumored to be preparing a proposal that could include multiple draft picks or key players to secure Parsons' signature. Such a move would reflect the Eagles' ambitious drive to bolster their defense and signal their intent to dominate the league in the coming seasons. If true, this would mark one of the most headline-grabbing trades in recent NFL memory, a scenario that seems straight out of a sports drama. Fans of both teams are divided between disbelief, excitement, and concern over what this could mean for their respective squads. Cowboys supporters fear losing a defensive linchpin who has quickly become synonymous with their identity, while Eagles fans are already dreaming of a defense led by Parsons' fierce presence. Despite the current silence from official channels, the buzz on social media and sports talk shows is undeniable. The narrative of Micah Parsons joining the Eagles has sparked endless debates, what-if scenarios, and speculation about the long-term impact on team strategies and rivalries. Could this be the move that reshapes the NFC East for years to come? Or is it simply a rumor that will fade as quickly as it appeared? For now, all eyes remain on the Eagles front office and the Cowboys management as they navigate this high-stakes chess game. Whether this shocking rumor materializes into a historic trade or remains just a tantalizing possibility, one thing is clear. The NFL offseason just got a lot more intriguing. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.